Good morning, guys. You enjoy your breakfast. They're all a little wet as they've been waiting by the back door, and it's still spitting out here a little bit. And yeah, I'm driving Jules because Ruby is clean, and there is no way I'm putting her out there on the road this morning and this nastiness and get her dirty before I even have a chance to enjoy her. You know, I hardly noticed the pedestrian alert except for this morning. I really noticed it. I was like, wow, what is that? And I hear it all the time. Hey, Tux. Good morning. It definitely feels like a Monday. All the kitties are doing good. Our little princess in the green room was being pretty shy this morning, and yeah. I whined. I did. I'm just being a spoiled Model X driver this morning. Yeah. Well, if you could see my hands, my hands are full. Yeah. Of course, one is with the camera, but still.
That's right.
Oh, goodness.
We got your package all
You can shut the door now because I'm not reaching out to pull it shut.
I love you.
I love you too.
You just stay in the car and I'll come out and open the door when you get home.
Think I'll be okay then. I'll be a little more woke up.
Okay.
Bye. Love you too. Bye. Well, I wasn't filming because I was, you know, trying to get around this guy, but Jules beeped in exactly the same spot over here that Ruby beeps. So it's not a Ruby thing. Not that I thought it was just a Ruby thing, but I'm slowing the speed limit down through there to 45 is a little annoying. Trying to remember how to increase the speed in the Model Y. It only took me 30 seconds to remember how to engage autopilot. For those that don't get that, and the exit's a stalk on the left, and the Y, it's the shift gear select, the, you know, down. It's totally different. I do miss my driver instrument cluster. Driving the two cars is extremely similar, minus how to engage autopilot and having to do a little more looking to the right at this center screen in the Y, though. The driving experience is similar. Going over bumps, I miss Ruby also. However, that's partly the performance wheels and partly the lack of the air suspension. It's like a double whammy in the Y. Other than the fact that we're later than we should be, the drive-in this morning's been fine. It's not really still raining and the roads are drying up, so probably later today I'll switch back to Ruby. Like I said, we're late this morning. Yeah, it's 7:42. Oops. Sorry, Mr. Hatlin. We're not late on purpose. I still didn't have any coffee this morning, although I did have 100 milligram caffeine pill that has L-theanine in it. Something I got off Amazon. And the reason why I'm avoiding the coffee, it's not so much the coffee, it's the trying to actually fast a little longer and not have the calories of the heavy whipping cream. So I don't know how long I'm gonna go or how long I'm gonna make it or any of that other stuff. I just know I didn't have it this morning. Okay. I was up to 4 cups of coffee a day. It's a mess. It's 46 out there this morning and still kind of spitting just a little bit. So I got out and walked around, but I didn't stay out there too long. So I need to stop at the vet. I can't find a piece of the paperwork that I had for Dusty. I'm actually thinking it might be in the back of the Model X now, but by the time I come through town and then need to go back out of town, it wouldn't be convenient to stop then. The wrong side of the road, more people over in that parking lot, etc., etc. So I'm just going to stop on the way through and get them to print it out for me. There's no way I can look it up online. This vet has sort of moved to Pet Desk, and they have a little bit of information online, but not like Duke My Chart or anything. So yeah, the SPCA just needs to understand what services he has and has not had. Proof of the rabies shot being the main thing, which he has had. So I'm not going to stay here too long. I need to do that. His appointment is at 11 a.m. and there are going to be tears. I am, you know, fostering is hard. This is why I don't foster more. Yeah, because giving them back or taking them back, it's difficult. When I used to foster dogs, I had several foster fails, and it's just hard. When you put everything into taking care of them, then, you know, even though it's a no-kill shelter and they do great adoption screening over there, and he'll be in a room the size of the garage, with other kitties until he gets adopted. He won't be in a cage or a crate or anything. He'll have it better than he had it at my house, and there'll be people in and out to visit with him all the time. So it's really not bad. It's going to be a bad situation for him in any way, which is why I waited so long to get him in with this organization, because they do things right over there. So anyway, I'm trying to tell myself all these things, which are true, but it doesn't mean there still won't be some tears when I drop him off over there. I need to pick up Johnny at 1. This is kind of like a curbside thing where I pull up and they come out and get him, and they take him in and they evaluate him and make sure they think he's adoptable. And then, you know, this is at the off-site location. And then I don't know if they'll neuter him there and then move him into the adoption center. I don't know how, you know, the day or two he might spend at the off-site location, he'll probably be in a smaller crate. But then once he gets over to the adoption center, it'll all be good. So anyway, wish me luck with that. I think he's perfectly adoptable. He likes to sit in people's laps. I think we're good. So as long as he doesn't do anything stupid because he's scared, it'll all go to plan. Yep, I got the beep in both directions and the very brief apply slight force to the steering wheel message. Interesting. So every Tesla coming through here on autopilot's getting it. Well, at least with the beta. Hi, Model X that I see often in the mornings. Well, there's the first hint of sunshine coming out from behind the clouds. It is supposed to clear up by this afternoon. Maybe a little earlier. I'll take it. I like clean streets in Fuquay. I don't love getting caught behind the truck though. Compromise. It took less than 5 minutes and they were even able to give me a new rabies tag, so the SPCA should be very happy with the paperwork. It's cooler than we want it to be, and it's also not fair because I've already picked up a Baskin-Robbins discarded ice cream cup. That's just cruel and unusual punishment, right? Yeah. Weatherbug says it's 46, feels like 42. I think it's 46, feels like 36. That wind is cutting this morning. Boo. Well, we don't know for sure how much we got, but we think the 1.2 inches that they predicted is probably accurate. So honestly, yesterday was easier walking than today. I don't know why. Partly, like I said, the wind is really cutting. We're the only people on the track. No surprise there. Wow, the park's got at least 4 or 5 other people here besides us now. Wow.
Well, it's pretty dead now.
It is. Nice now that the sun's out. Well, Dusty, here's hoping that you find a home where you can be the king of the house and get the tux treatment. I just stayed in Jules. I've got Dusty loaded up now. Dawn got the back ready for me with the plastic and the towels and stuff just in case, and got the crate while I Did the other things I needed to do to get out of the house. I am actually running 12 minutes late. I hope they won't be too upset with me. I don't exactly know how that happened, but it's just a story of my life. Always running a little later than I want to be, despite caring about being on time and really trying to do stuff to be on time. It's frustrating. So I'm at the old SPCA of Wake County building. Maybe original would be the better way to say it. This is their intake center versus their adoption center, which is this really nice newer, it's not that new anymore, but newer building over in Garner. It still looks brand new. Well, we're in Garner now, but this is like East Garner. That's over in West Garner. It's that way 5 miles. I used to spend, before the boys were born, tons of Saturdays up here for like 3 or 4 years. A volunteer adoption counselor, taking pictures of the dogs and cats for the website, going in and visiting with dogs and cats that were lonely or needed attention, taking animals off-site in my vehicle to adoption events and hanging out for 3 or 4 hours at PetSmart and trying to help adopt out pets. That's what I did before I had my own kids. So anyway, this brings back just a flood of memories, mostly all good. And wow, on the weekends it used to be so busy. People were parking in the grass over there. They were parking in the business that's behind me or in front of me. There'd be like 10 to 15 volunteers and staff here, and then all of the people that would come on the weekend to look at animals. And yeah, it used to be super crowded. But like I said, now this is a more slow going place with intakes only and animal control drop-offs, and the adoption center is where people really go to adopt vets. And the spay neuter place, the low-cost spay neuter, is also at the new location and not at this location. So they told me to expect 15 minutes or so while they evaluate him, so I'm hanging. You know, just because things are the right thing to do doesn't make them easy to do, right? They accepted Dusty for adoption, and he probably won't have his neuter surgery until next week, so they probably won't move him to the other location until next week. That's okay. I mean, it is what it is, right? Maybe they fit him in sooner, maybe they don't. I don't know. But I can look at the website to see when he gets posted as up for adoption, and I can stop by him, see him at the other location, especially if he ends up being over there for a while. Hopefully not. But he'll be in a communal room with other cats and lots of visitors. It's no hardship being one of the cats for adoption at the SPCA of Wake County. So we'll see what's whether it's what's best for me or him. I don't remember ever turning right onto New Rand Road. What a beautiful home. Wow. Oh, they're restoring this one. How cool. I haven't been by the Amazon distribution center since it actually opened. Wow, it's huge. Fulfillment center, excuse me. I've got an hour before I need to pick up Johnny, and I'm gonna run into Crabtree Valley Mall to the Lego store and probably buy the daffodil flower kit and look at what's on the pick a brick wall. Try not to get into too much trouble, but I could use a little pick-me-up. I've been wanting to get by here now. God, I wanted to go with Michelle in December, and now it's almost February. So yeah, I'm due for a little trip, browse in. It's like I'm never over by Crabtree Valley Mall. I don't go past it. I have to make a special plan to get there. So an hour is just the right time to hike in, look around, hike out, and get over to Johnny's school, which is a pretty easy trip between the two. Probably only need 15 minutes. Here's another location of Wake Tech. To my right. Whatever that big blue building is there. Wow, they're building so many new buildings. I don't know exactly where or what that is. There's a lot of stuff going in here around North Hills where the Raleigh supercharger is. A lot of new stuff. It's 15 minutes to the school and I've got 55 minutes, so I should be fine. 10 minutes to walk in, 10 minutes to walk out, and the rest of the time I can browse. Well, here I am. There's the Eiffel Tower. It's massive. And the larger Razor Crest. This is what I have my eye on for later this year, the Jazz Club. It's just the latest modular out. Yeah, there's the Home Alone house. That's on my list of wants also. It was really sluggish to acknowledge that I had pressed anything. Hopefully it's taken me to the right spot. I think it has. When it finally closed the doors, I was worried. That's how long it took. Ah, there's Jules. So let's see. Don got me the Valentine's Day heart for Valentine's Day, the bunny rabbit for Easter, we'll call the daffodils for Mother's Day, and the gift card that I got for Christmas went towards the Lego store because every Lego city needs a Lego store. 12:42, perfect timing to get over to the school at 1, and I didn't even have to try hard. It looks like it's gonna rain again, but no rain on the radar. We made it back home. It's going on 2. Probably gonna go do a little cleanup in the garage. I haven't wanted to run the vacuum in there because I didn't want to scare Dusty. It's time to feed Panther, but also when I looked out the window, I saw that we had visitors. Hi! One's closer. I see you. I'm not gonna hurt you, but Donnie's headed to the mailbox to get the mail for me on his unicycle, so beware. Don and I want to know where this winter weather came from. It's 49 and windy and cloudy. Looks like snow. It's not supposed to snow.
Right, it's surprising. I mean, you think it's winter day.
Yep. Don pulled Ruby out to do the tire black. He's actually got to go back to work at 5. We've been in the house taking a nap. One of those rare afternoon nap opportunities. Me messing with my coffee and caffeine consumption basically flattened me out for a while there, so I'm gonna go clean in the garage. Well, Ruby is looking good. Dawn finished up, pulled her back in, went into work. I've got all the kitty litter vacuumed up. I'm gonna get started on the second PDF, the second section of the newspaper building. That's what the finished piece will look like, and it'll fit over this door and then around the front here. I know I'm missing some bricks, and I've ordered some bricks, but I'm gonna see how far I can get. I did the first 18 steps and I've laid it here to show you what it looks like when it's popped into place. It's easy enough to take back off, although I don't know that I can do it with one hand. Let's see. Looks like I should be able to. Just a little bit harder on this end. Let me get it out. There's the piece popped back off. So it's held on by these 2 studs and this stud, and otherwise is loose. I have these flat red tiles coming. You know, I'm missing one here too, but that didn't stop me, and that's the only piece I didn't have so far. I did swap out which cash register. They had a light bluish gray with red, and I had a dark bluish gray with blue. Close enough. I'm stopping for the night. It's 7 o'clock. I've got pork chops to cook.